Good morning. This is Anuj from Peak State Consulting. I'm here in London with Ellie and Linda from Globcoin. They're doing an ICO to raise money for their platform, and I've come here to ask them some key questions which I'm sure you'd like to know. So I think it'll be a good idea for Ellie and Linda to introduce yourself and just give us a background as to what are you doing currently, and where are you coming from in terms of your currency market industry experience.
Well, I'm Ellie Dotfor. I'm the CEO of this company. I come from the foreign exchange currency market. I used to set up a company before Globcoin called Overlay Asset Management. We manage $20 billion in currency mandates. The great thing with blockchain technology is that it will enable us to propose to a client and to the man of the street techniques which were before reserved for very large clients. That's the good thing, and that's our ambition.
Excellent. And Linda?
Hi, I'm Linda. I'm Linda Leaney. I'm the CFO at Globcoin. My industry experience is that I come from investment banking. I worked for Chase and then UBS for over 18 years. More importantly, I've known and worked with Ellie on different projects as well for over 15 years.
Excellent. And I just have a question before we start talking about Globcoin. It's very important to find out what is the market size of the currency market. What is the market size? We can get to your product later. It's important to know what the opportunity is.
Well, the foreign exchange market, it's a daily volume of $5.6 trillion.
5.6 trillion per day, did you say?
Per day. That's
okay, and that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. If you compare that to the Bitcoin market, even if it's growing, it's like less than 1% of the FX market. So we have some room to go.
Right, excellent. And what's your view in terms of the growth of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ether, and there are a lot of other cryptocurrencies, including your currency when it comes to the market. So what's the market? What's driving cryptocurrencies today?
I think it's definitely number one, it's diversification. Yes, people can invest in currencies. They can swap out of their home currency and buy another currency. They can swap out of their home currency and buy any other kind of asset. There's a lot of assets out there. But cryptocurrencies is just a whole new asset field that's being added in to what is already available. And that gives people diversity, that gives people choice. And cryptocurrencies themselves come with certain advantages as a class of assets, which I think we'll probably come to later. So I think it's that diversification is an important aspect.
And do you think the driver behind this is that there is some countries which have weak currencies, or they're falling, or they're a bit volatile, or what's driving that? Do you have any opinion about traditional and fiat currencies, Ellie?
Yes, I do. Well, it is true that, for example, in 2017 and last year, 2016, we had some people of countries where the currency was really changing, and they wanted to park some of their currency exposure in something else than their national currencies, and they bought bitcoins. I'm thinking of Venezuela, for example. I'm thinking of Brazil. I'm thinking of even China. There are some countries where people were really interested by the Bitcoin market to do that. Now, there are many ways of investing in cryptocurrencies, and there are many reasons why you should invest in cryptocurrencies. Not only the weakening currency, it will be also an asset class per se very soon. Recently, why institutional investors are not yet in this market? Mostly, my vision is what is preventing them to be in this market is the custody. Because as a institutional investor, you need to have a very perfect custodian company. Today, it's still a bit complicated. It's not 100% safe. It's complicated. It's in terms of audit for institutional investors. It's not perfectly where it should be,
sure.
Compared to the standards of institutional investment. When it will be solved, you will see that tons of money will pour into this market.
From institutional investors. So I like, for my experiences, I see CNBC News, Bloomberg News, I read the FT and a lot of other kind of financial publications, and almost every alternate question for every interview is, what do you think of Bitcoin? I think, and most fund managers are saying, yes, our clients are asking about it and they're not doing anything about it, or they're thinking about it. I'm sure they will do. So what's your view? Do you think institutional investors, fund managers will soon be investing in cryptocurrencies?
I think so. I think that now every week almost you have a new fund that is launched in and invest in cryptocurrencies, and that is a trend. Nothing will stop it, even if today, in terms of asset allocation for a cryptocurrency fund, you do not have that much choice. You probably pick up the cryptocurrency with more liquidity, of course, Bitcoin, of course, Ether, Litecoin, the big ones at the beginning.
Top 5 kind of.
The top 5, yeah, because of liquidity. Now you have more than 1,000 currency. It's a question of liquidity, it's a question of organization of the market, but I'm sure it will develop over time, and it's already happening.
Sure, and I want to move on to Globcoin. If you can tell us a bit more about your company, as in how long the company's been going, and what's your product, and actually how are you disrupting this market? How are you disrupting this 5.9 or 5.6 trillion currency trading market that you mentioned?
Wow, that's a lot of questions, I almost feel. I think we might have to break those down.
Yeah, I'm sure you
if
could
that's
break
okay.
them if that makes it more comfortable.
If we can start with, I suppose, what is Globcoin? I think, as the founder of the company, Ellie, it's probably one for you to discuss.
Yeah, well, the idea was to be able to bring to the market, to the man of the street, techniques that we have been using for many years, in myself and several people of the team, that we are offering to institutional investors or large family office. The problem of the foreign exchange market, it's a market really done for large amounts. If you want to have a good price, if you want to find liquidity, you have to trade at least $1 million equivalent in each currency. Of course, it's not the kind of amount that is.
So it's not available to the man on the street or a small institution or business to have that option right now, or it's very expensive for them to have.
It's very expensive. Look at the spread that you are paying on the market that you have when you exchange money at the airport. Probably you'll have compared to the interbank rate, you'll have a markup of 10% or at least, if not 15%. So this market is really done for large amounts. What is great with the blockchain, what is great in tokenizing FX market currencies, is that you can, with a token, you can have a share of this 10 million or 1 million trade. And that enables us to have good price and to be able also to propose structure that before were more for large investors.